Welcome back to my show, Story Time with Prashanti Vaishnavi. Today we will see about the incredible tales of the Aarupadai Veedu, the six sacred abodes of my favorite god, Lord Muruga. But before we get into these epic details, I want to draw some parallels between Muruga and some beloved superheroes that have fascinated me since childhood. From a young age, superheroes and magic attracted me. Even now, I admire characters like Iron Man, Kung Fu Panda, and Harry Potter. But why do we love these characters so much? Maybe because they embody ideals that resonate with us, like selflessness, responsibility, sacrifice, and the hope that someone will stand up for the greater good even when it is hard. Honestly, these are exactly the characteristics that scare me a lot: sacrifices and responsibilities. So, probably that's why I get drawn to them in my fantasy utopian world. There is something inspiring, almost glamorous, about having powers like to smash things like Hulk or fly with high tech suits like Iron Man. Who wouldn't want to fly, read minds, smash things, punish people, and have that power? But behind all that power comes immense responsibility and often a very huge price to pay. Like superheroes are constantly sacrificing. Tony Stark grew up without parental love and was always felt and he always felt lonely. Peter Parker's poverty didn't stop him from helping people. And our Kung Fu Panda Pooh, he hated himself and his life so much he had low self esteem. But still he struggled hard to overcome his fears to become the best version of himself. That's awesomely inspiring, right? And then these superheroes used all that power for greater good, but it's not as glamorous as it looks, I guess. In particular, that quote from Spider Man sticks with me. With great power comes great responsibility. When Tony asks Peter why he wants to be a Spider Man, he says, when you can do what I can do, but then you don't do it, and then bad things happen, then it's on you. That's a very profound explanation, right? It highlights that being powerful doesn't just mean flaunting what you can do, it means owning up to the duty that comes with it. Um, Around 2 years back, when I was on a trek with my husband, we saw a huge forest spider. I told him how nice it will be if I got bitten by that spider and then gained some superpowers. He rightly said that it's not that easy to handle the pressure or responsibility of those powers and to start small with what powers I currently have. I didn't understand the meaning that day, but my recent experiences gave me a new perspective. So many of us, myself included, strive for excellence in our lives, achieving big job titles, financial independence, travel around the world, etc. But life teaches us that none of this is as glamorous as it seems. Behind every accomplishment is a sacrifice: sleepless nights, personal challenges, some missed family moments, and many, many, many hard choices. And sometimes you can't help but wonder, what am I even doing this for? What is the purpose behind it? Is it even worth it? Like that. In moments of doubt, having a sense of purpose helps. For me, one purpose is my love for animals. I have committed to veganism to do my small part in making life better for animals, even though it's hard. Sure, I do get cravings, pressure from family, but it reminds me of superhero sacrifices. They didn't do it for the rewards or recognition. They did it because they felt they had to. Similarly, I sort my waste, recycle plastic, and do what I can for the environment because I know my small actions matter. This is the power I have right now to make a difference. And if I choose not to act, I'd be wasting that power, right? I used to wonder how to become a superhero. Like, should I get bitten by a radioactive spider? Should I go on a quest to find Iron Man and beg him to let me join the Avengers? Or maybe one day I'll just magically wake up as a witch. It was my constant daydream since childhood, and honestly, it still crosses my mind every now and then. But here is what I finally realized: I can be a superhero just by being myself in my own small way. I don't need superpowers, just the capacity to do something meaningful, like rescuing animals. I can be a superhero just by being myself in my own small way. I don't need superpowers, just the capacity to do something meaningful, like rescuing animals. I could be like animal saver Vaishnavi or something, or come up with some other fancy name. For that one animal that I help, I'll be a real life superhero in their world, right? So, like what I'm trying to say is, let's all choose a superpower we can bring into the world, no matter how small or simple it seems. Whether it's being extra kind, making time to help others, or standing up for the environment. Let's take on that responsibility with our whole heart. We can give without expecting anything in return, which is very important, and then we are already embodying the essence of superheroes. Each of our actions might seem very tiny, but together these small acts create real change. Just imagine, in our unique ways, we all have the chance to be heroes in someone else's story. Another small tidbit is, I always dreamt of being like Iron Man, brilliant, working in high profile job, and feeling like a key resource who truly matters in the team. The reality is, my job is nowhere near Iron Man level at all, but I recently got a real taste of what it takes to earn that kind of importance in the team. So I was in this long awaited vacation, fully set on taking a break, when a work issue came up. I could have just said, sorry, I'm on leave, I'm unwell, I'm traveling, or something, and no one would have actually cared about my absence. But something in me felt compelled to help the team. I decided to cut short my vacation and jumped right into resolving the issue. And honestly, the rush I got from that was way better than any vacation high. It hit me then. To reach that superpower status in any field, it takes sweat, grit, a ton of responsibility, and definitely some tears also. It's not just about the glory, it's about the sacrifices and the commitment to add value, even when it is highly inconvenient. Now let's bring this back to Muruga. His journey, illustrated in the Aarupadai Veedu, mirrors this superhero like devotion to a purpose bigger than himself. At each of these six temples, we find tales of courage, sacrifice, and the pursuit of dharma, that is, cosmic order and righteousness. Today, we'll be exploring one of the most revered pilgrimage trails in Tamil Nadu, Lord Muruga's Aarupadai Veedu. These six battle houses are sacred temples where Lord Muruga, the son of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, triumphed over evil forces. Each of these temples hold a unique story known as Tala Purana that signifies his divine heroism and compassionate nature. Let's dive into these six holy temples, each with its incredible story and divine significance. The first temple is Tiruparankundram. Starting with Tiruparankundram, this temple is believed to be where Muruga married Devayane, the daughter of Indra, the king of gods. The legend goes that after Muruga defeated the demon Surapadman, Indra offered his daughter's hand in marriage to the victorious god. This marriage symbolizes the union of divine forces and represents Muruga's commitment to protecting righteousness. Tiruparankundram stands as a mark of Muruga's valor and the blessings of his divine family. The second place is Tiruchendur. Next, Tiruchendur is unique because it is situated on the seashore, unlike other hilltop Muruga temples. This is where he defeated Surapadman, the Asura demon who had been terrorizing the heavens and earth. Muruga's lance split Surapadman in two, and from this he transformed the demon into a peacock, which became Muruga's vehicle Vahana, and a rooster, which became his emblem. Tiruchendur represents the transformation of evil into service for the divine, showing Muruga's compassion even for his enemies. The third place is Palani. Moving on to Palani, one of the most visited Murugan temples, where the story of Muruga as a child unfolds. According to the Sthala Puranam, a divine fruit was offered to both Murugan and his brother Ganesha. When they were told that this fruit would go on to the one who circled the world first, Muruga set out on his peacock. But Ganesha cleverly circled his parents, symbolizing that they were his entire world. Muruga felt very angry and he went to Palani to meditate. This temple reflects Murugan's renunciation and his focus on inner strength, which is a deep lesson on humility and perspective. I definitely need it. The fourth place is Swami Malai. The story behind Swami Malai revolves around Muruga's wisdom. Here, Muruga famously taught the meaning of Pranava mantra Om to his father Shiva, earning him the name Swaminathan, or the teacher of Shiva. This is an unusual role reversal and signifies that spiritual wisdom is not bound by age or hierarchy. Swami Malai is a place that honors knowledge, showing Murugan not only as a warrior but also as a divine teacher. The fifth place is Tirutani. Tirutani is known as a place of peace and victory. After defeating the Asuras, Murugan came to this hilltop to cool down and calm his warrior spirit. It is said that he married Valli here, symbolizing his acceptance of love and compassion after a life of battle. Tirutani is revered as a place of mental peace and is often visited by devotees seeking strength to overcome life's challenges and finding calm after struggles. The sixth and the final place is Palamudir Cholai. Palamudir Cholai is where Muruga, depicted with both of his consorts Devyanai and Valli, embodying a balance between duty and love. This temple, surrounded by lush greenery, emphasizes Muruga's connection to nature and his commitment to protecting his devotees. Here, the story goes that Muruga, in disguise, tested the devotion of Avayar, one of my favorite Tamil poetess. One day I wish to gain wisdom like her, we'll see. Anyway, through a playful conversation about fruit ripeness, Muruga imparted wisdom to Avayar, showing the importance of humility and curiosity. So to conclude, these 6 temples don't just tell us about Muruga's victories, they reflect his qualities of courage, wisdom, compassion, and humility. Each Sthala Purana gives us a lesson: bravery at Tiruchendur, renunciation at Palani, knowledge at Swami Malai, peace at Tirutani, balance at Palamudir Cholai, and divine union at Tiruparangundram. Through his journeys, battles, and acts of grace, Muruga represents an ideal we all can aspire to, a hero who stands for good, protects the vulnerable, and above all, encourages us to be compassionate warriors in our life. So he's definitely my superhero too. Thank you for joining me today. Let's take these legends into our lives and find the Muruga within us all.